party leader announced that the party will be holding its grassroots elections on 9th of December this year. So as a department, we are here to find out more about the election, and we want to thank you for finding time. We have a big audience that is following this interview, and this interview will help us break down what the election is all about, who is eligible, preparations, and what generally do we expect from the election outcome. But before we go to the business of the day, we just want to know or find out more in terms of ice breaking. Who is Mr. Higgins Mbugua, and what is your role and position at the party?
Thank you very much. I am Higgins Mbugua, currently the Deputy Executive Director and also the Director of Election and IT. And I happen to sit also as the Secretary of the National Election Board. Yes.
Very well. Now, the party leadership has announced that UDA will be holding its grassroots elections 9th December. Being the ruling party, the biggest party in the region, why do you think grassroots elections are important for this political party?
Most parties hold the election for various reasons, strategic reasons and democratic reasons. I think the number one reason we are holding this election is, as you are aware, the highest decision-making organ of the party is called the NDC,
yes,
the delegates. This is one of the process of getting the delegates from for our party. Other than elected members, UDA currently do not have any other delegates. So this grassroots election is very important for the matter of getting agents. Number two, also we want democratic representation in the party. So the grassroots election will ensure that the party leadership is a true reflection of members' will. This bottom-up approach of electing officials will help the UDA party build more representative and responsive leadership. Also, we want to engage our members at the grassroots so that they are aware of what the party is doing and the activities of the party. Another reason we are holding this grassroots election is for legitimacy purposes. When officials are democratically elected from the grassroots level, it lends legitimacy to their leadership, and leaders who are elected rather than appointed are more likely to be accepted by the wider membership of the party. Another thing and another reason we are holding this election is for transparency. When we conduct this election in a fair manner at the grassroots level, we will set a standard for transparency within the party, establishing processes that discourages corruption and backdoor deals. So essentially, this grassroots election are a mechanism for ensuring that the UDA party remain connected to our base at the grassroots level and maintain democratic practice within the structures of the party. Yeah.
Very good. Now, being a very big election,
Yes.
And UDA priding itself as the biggest political party in terms of membership, who is eligible for this grassroots election?
The eligibility criteria is simple. Number one, you must be a Kenyan. You must be a registered party member. Number three, depending on the different categories, levels of election you are vying for. For example, if you are vying for a county seat, you must be elected from the polling center, then ward level, then constituency level, until county level, unless you are an elected member at the county level, being governor, senator, and women rep. The reason why those people are exempted from starting at the grassroots level is because they have been elected by the same people in the positions they are holding. So they can start from their level. So eligibility is a party member, and you must be elected from the lower level. So if you are vying for constituency, you must be elected at the ward level and at the polling center. If you are vying for the ward, you must be elected at the polling center level. So That's a simple eligibility criteria.
Then the question would be, why would a party choose a delegate system versus universal suffrage?
Elections are very expensive.
Yes.
If we do universal suffrage at every level, we might not be able to afford it.
Yes.
First of all, we will have a universal suffrage picking the delegates. All the people at the polling center are elected by our party members. Then that's it. The party members level ends at the polling center. Then delegate system pick up.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what positions are available in this election?
There are 20 positions at each level. But for polling centers, it's clustered into 7 key positions. There's the religious group position, which will take three number, at least 1 from the opposite gender. That means that in an election, if the top 2 are female, the 3rd position will go to a male, even if he is in position 20 at the election level. So to make sure we have the 2/3 gender balance. So we have another position for micro, small, and medium enterprises. They are 4 in number. So 2 male, 2 female. We have professional groups. They are 3 in number. So at least 1 from either gender. Then youth, they are 4. Farmers, they are 3. At least 1 from opposite gender. Then we have a special interest group, which is 1, and then just ordinary member, but the numbers are 2. So total they add up to 20. So once they're elected at the polling center, they will elect the polling center officials among themselves. Then at the ward, constituency, and county level, the positions are clustered into 12 positions, totaling to 20. We have a chairperson and the deputy chairperson as 1. So in this election, 1 from either gender.
Yes.
So in this election, if the first person is a lady, the next male, even if he's number 5,
Yes.
will be the automatic deputy. So that happens for the chairperson and deputy chairperson. Then we have secretary and deputy secretary, 1 from either gender.
Yes.
Then we have treasurer, organizing secretary, representative of the youth, representative of the women, representative of persons living with disability, representative of medium, small, and micro enterprises, representative of farmers, representative of religious group, representative of professional group, and 7 other members, comprising the total to 20. So that is the uniform in ward, constituency, and county.
Okay. Yes. Now the question would be, there is a lot of emphasis on having either chair or deputy in all those executive positions, either male or female. What informs that position from the party point of view?
The former Chief Justice
Yes.
gave an advisory that the Parliament was not properly constituted because in our constitution we have the 2/3 gender rule.
Yes.
So we were trying as much as possible to make sure that no gender is a disadvantage. That's why we paired some key positions to make sure at least either gender picks 1. Yes.
Okay. Then I've also seen from the structure of the election and even the executive committee over the ward, constituency, and county, you have clustered in terms of people living with disabilities, you have MSMEs, professionals, farmers. Why? Why that kind of structure?
We wanted a broader representation so that each group feels represented. So we narrowed down to the basic minimum,
Okay.
of the key pillars of the society. So we look at the religion, look at business people, professionals, young people, women, and special interest. Yes.
Okay. Now, during the National Governing Council,
Yes.
the party leadership indicated, and in fact there was a demonstration of how the election would be conducted.
Yes.
Would you kindly explain what would be the voting process in this election?
The voting process may I start with the application
Yes, application
procedure?
Yes,
Yes,
sure.
it's very simple. We've done an automated application procedure because we faced a lot of challenges on the manual way of doing things because people had to travel from up country up to Nairobi. So you go to the UDA website, www.uda.ke. There's a banner for grassroots election. You select it. Then after selecting that, you whitelist your phone number to receive a message from UDA. Some people have blocked their promotional message. So when you go to that site, it will give you the procedure of whitelisting your phone number. The reason why we want you to whitelist, because at the end of registration, you must receive a confirmation message from UDA. So if you've blocked promotional message, you'll not be able to complete the process. So once you've whitelisted your phone number, you select the election level that you want to vie for, the highest level that you want to vie for. So it's two-way. You can decide to go step by step. You go polling center after polling center. You go to ward after ward. You go to constituency after constituency. You go to county, because we'll open up the portal for those who've won the lower level to apply for bigger position. But you can opt also to select you want to vie for the county. You fill all the position for the county that you want. You fill the position for the constituency that you want. You fill the position for the ward that you want, and you fill the position for the polling center that you want. But you must start at the polling center. So the only advantage of picking the highest level is you just pay once. So if you pay for the county seat, you won't pay for the rest of the seats. Yes. So once you've selected the electoral level, you input your personal details now, your names, IDs. Then you select your county, constituency, ward. Then you go now for payment. It will prompt you to pay. If you had paid in advance, you enter the M-Pesa code, or if you want to pay from the site, it will prompt you to pay. Then you receive a confirmation message with your one-time password. You enter the password and you're done.
Okay.
Yes. So after that process, we will open up a little bit, like for a week, for people to verify their details online. Yes.
And you have indicated that there is a charge that comes with whichever position you are applying for.
Yes.
For instance, if I want to be a leader at the polling center level or the ward or even, what are the charges?
The charges varies. For polling center, it's 200 bob.
Okay.
For ward is 1,000. For constituency is 2,000. So for the counties, the normal membership is 5,000.
Yes.
For chair, vice chair, secretary, vice secretary, and treasurer, they pay 20,000.
20,000.
Yes.
That is at the county level.
Yes.
Okay. For purposes of emphasis.
Yes.
How do you say when you pay at the highest level?
Yes.
Are you saying if I want to be the chairman at the county level, for instance, I come from Trans Nzoia County, and I want to be the chairman of the county. Once I pay for the main seat of the county, then it forfeits
the rest.
Payments at the lower level.
Yes.
Okay.
But if you lose the election, you also forfeit your money. So it's two-way.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And the thing that I need to mention is,
Yes.
I spoke about the delegates
Yes,
at the
yes,
NDC.
yes.
So from this election, the delegate starts at constituency level.
Constituency level.
Yes. So the 7 officials at constituency level will be delegates. Then the 20 officials at the county level will be delegates at the NDC. Yes.
Back to the question I think we had started before we went back to the application procedure.
Yes.
There was a mock voting exercise during the NGC.
Yes.
Illustrating or pointing to the fact that this election will be electronic.
Yes.
Would you explain further how
Yes.
this will be carried out?
Yes. So this is very simple. It's just translating the manual voting process to an electronic one. We'll have a ballot paper,
Yes.
a ballot. The tablet will act as the ballot box and the register. So what will happen is we've procured 30,000 tablets to be spread across the 27,000 polling station, and we factored in the big centers where they will have more than one gadget, depending on the number of our members in those areas. So those tablets, after application process, we will generate e-ballots at the headquarters. Then we will populate the gadgets with the register. Then we will dispatch the gadgets to the polling centers on the voting day. So when a voters walks in to a polling center, they will produce their ID. The arrow will take their ID. The arrow will input their ID number on the gadget. If your name appears on the register, you will proceed to vote. The system will allow you to proceed to vote. So you go. There are 7 elections at the polling center level. The one I highlighted, the farmer, the youth. You select a person of your choice at each level. At the end of the 7, it will give you a summary of your ballot.
Yes.
That's for this position. I've chosen this position, this position, this position. And every time you select a person, it will tell you confirm you want to vote for so and so.
Yes.
Confirm you want to vote for so and so. So that at the end of the day, it will give you a summary. Then you will click vote, and it will make a sound to indicate that you finished the process, and you will proceed out. The next person will come and vote. So it's a simple exercise. Yes.
And at what time, what are the durations of voting?
Voting will open from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. because it will be a fast process. The reason we were doing those mocks election is to test the speed, the voting speed of our gadgets and our system, and it's all system go. I think it's good. Yeah.
Would you tell UDA members and everyone that will be participating into this exercise that this mode you are employing into the exercise is safe, secure, and actually will reflect the will of the people at the end of the day?
Absolutely. I think this will improve our processes. Number one, in terms of logistical challenges of transporting ballot boxes, ballot papers, stationery, will be reduced a lot. Number two, results will be real time. If we close the station at 5:01, the results are there, and there's a way a voter can verify their vote. We'll have a ballot box sort of a thing. A voter will be given, once you've been found on the voter's roll,
Yes.
and you proceed to vote, it will give you a unique voter ID.
Okay.
Please note down that voter ID. After the votes have been cast, after the election have been done, we will tell you what to do to verify your vote. So that vote will be verifiable. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Chances of someone repeat voting probably?
It's not possible. You see, the primary key is ID or passport,
Yes.
and the register for its domicile. It's only the register for that center that is it in that gadget. Once you voted, and we demonstrated it, if you try to do a second time, it will say already voted. Yes.
Yeah, good.
So there is no chance of double voting.
Now, there has been a feeling that because this is an electronic election,
Yes.
it has been interpreted that people can just vote at the comfort of their homes. Is that the position?
No. We will want to do that. We can do that, but we want to avoid a scenario where you are put under duress. You have 1,000 people and tell them, please vote for me.
Yes.
So people will have to come. The gadgets will be at the polling centers. So this is not an online voting, it's just electronic voting.
Yes.
Using an electronic gadget. So the voters must come to the polling centers to cast their votes.
Good.
Yes.
Good. I think that emphasis was important. Now, as we move to the end of the interview, you've mentioned that results will be declared on the very day of the voting. Is that so?
Yes. What will happen is this. The gadget will generate a PDF document that has tabulated all the results, and a second PDF document of all the winners in that polling center. Number two, the tablet will send a signal to our online portal, where all the members can follow real time. Yes, it will be up and running. So as the arrow declares the results at the station, even members of the public can see the election real time. Yes.
Just for purposes of emphasis, what is happening on 9th of December? Is it a national-wide election, or is it an exercise just to get the first set of delegates that now would inform what happens at the higher level?
Yes, we've talked about eligibility.
Yes.
So for you to vie for the polling center, you must be elected. For you to vie at the ward level, you must be elected at the polling center. So what will be happening on the 9th will be the polling center elections. Once we've done the polling center, now those people will be elected. The over 500,000 are the only eligible people for the next level. Then adding elected leaders. So we will have like 500 something eligible candidates to go to the next level. So since there's an eligibility criteria, you cannot do all the election at once. You'll have to do level by level. So once we're done with the polling center, we'll open a small window for people who want to upgrade and for us to generate e-ballots for them. Then we go to the ward level election. Then the same repeats itself for the constituency and the county. Then after the county, we will issue a notice now for the NDC, where we will hold the national election. Yes.
Technically, what you're trying to say is that this is not a one-day election.
It can't be.
It will be staggered.
For the polling center, it will be a day affair.
Yes.
We clear all the 27,000 polling centers in the country. Then after that, we do ward level, 1 day for ward level. Then constituency. Yeah.
Good. Now, just again for purposes of emphasis.
Yes.
I am a member of parliament.
Yes.
At which level do I come in?
At the constituency level.
At the constituency.
Yes.
Same for governor.
So the governor at county level, MCAs at ward level. Yes. Yes.
Very important. All elections, of course, even general elections, have disputes and complaints. How is the party prepared to handle probably people who will be dissatisfied with this process?
We have an electoral dispute committee in the party, which is active, and there's a procedure for filing disputes. You know, it's like a court process. So there's filing of dispute, serving the opponent. So we will set up devolved dispute units at county level for people to lodge their disputes and handle them. Yes. Yes.
Of course, doing elections in the whole of 27,000 polling stations, handling more than 30,000 tablets, would come with probably one or two challenges.
Yes.
As a party, have you probably run into some, and probably what are you doing about it?
Yeah, you're right. We will most likely face challenges, but they will not be as complex as the ones we faced during our party primaries in April last year. We will have some logistical complexity challenges of moving our tablets from the center. In fact, I have no problem with how the tablets will move to the centers, because I'm sure we have made plans on how they will reach the polling center. My problem is how I'll get my tablet back. People might feel like gifting themselves, but we've put plans on how to move our electoral materials and our personnel. Another big challenge is, of course, cost. Yeah, elections are very, very expensive. See, like those tablets, a minimum it can cost is 20,000. So if you do the maths, you see it runs up to almost 600 million to procure those tablets. And at least we get some funding from the exchequer, and that's why we really wanted this process to be free of charge. We know we are a hustler party,
Yes, yes.
but because of the cost implication,
Yes.
we want even our members to help us chip in a little bit. Another thing that we feel we'll face is partisanship and factionalism.
Yes.
Forget, internal election sometimes can bring division.
Yes.
Competition sometimes bring division, and it can be detrimental to the party. And that's why you heard the party leader say, we have to do this thing early,
Yes.
so that we sort now these other things later. Another challenges we are facing is we've not done enough civic education,
Yes.
and that's what informed us to extend the registration process. And the party now, from next week, we will do outreach,
Yes.
sensitization outreach across all the 47 counties to ensure that both the voters, the members, and those aspirants are adequately informed about their candidature, the voting process, registration process. So that's another challenge that we are trying to deal with. Another thing is compliance with laws and regulation. I'm not a lawyer, but if you go to court, this lawyer, same law,
Yes.
interpret it this way,
Yes.
this one interpret it that way. So in our regulation, we tried as much as possible to put it simple, plain, so that it can be clear. Another thing is, we are using technology.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And with technology, as much as it will improve the process, it might have some issues like glitches, cybersecurity threat, lack of trust for electronic. People don't like new things, but we've put all the measures. In fact, what will happen is our tablets will mainly be offline,
Yes.
but sending data periodically to our portal every 5 minutes. To open up every 5 minutes, it sends data. So if it's offline, there's no threat of outside interference, and it will produce the results offline and then sends to our different, I don't want to use the name servers, to our different portals. Yeah? So it's like a blockchain kind of thing. If you miss it here, it's in the gadget itself,
Yes.
or it's in this portal. So on the matter of technology, I think we've done, it cannot be 100%, and that's why we are doing these mocks to see the challenges people are facing and to address them. And the final challenge that I think we will face is the ones you've asked about dispute resolution. Handling election dispute can be contentious.
Yes, yes.
And cannot be always have a clear path of resolution. People will not be satisfied with the decision also of the dispute resolution, and we might have now a prolonged court process. We are taken to PBDT, the courts. Those are the challenges we are foreseeing, and most of these challenges, they just require careful planning, which we've been doing, adequate funding. That's why we are trying to raise as much funds as possible. And you saw during the NGC, we said party subscription, those to attend must pay in full, because we are trying to get the resources for this event, and also clear rules and regulation, and a commitment to a transparent and a fair process. Yes.
Good. Very elaborate. Now, as we wrap up the interview, yesterday the party leadership announced that the party has allowed parastatal board and chairs to participate in this election.
Yes.
Where does this position the party?
You-
Is it a positive move, or how do you take it?
It's a positive move. Those people are politicians, mostly those who are appointed at the board. And there was a case that was adjudicated up to the appellate court that said board members are not state officers.
Yes.
So denying them their democratic rights will have hampered even our processes, because most of those people are politicians.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Now, finally, we have youth and women who are gearing themselves to participate in this election. Does UDA assure them that they will get fair space and competition environment? Of course, running against probably people who are running, who are already serving as governors or probably MPs or MCS.
Yes, you mentioned something that UDA is the biggest party in terms of membership and presentation, and those people you've mentioned includes youth and women.
Yes.
For example, we have the most elected women governors.
Yes.
We have the most elected women MPs. We have one senator elected out of two, 50%, and also MCS.
Yes.
We have over 100 and something elected MCS women and youth. So going by our processes, and the reason why we are the biggest party is because we are fair to everyone.
Yes.
We give everyone equal chance, and if you know political processes, is if people feel they will not get fairness, they will not come to UDA.
Yes.
They will not even want to vie in those positions. So the way we're seeing people registering is they have confidence that they'll get a fair chance to compete. Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you so much, Bwana Deputy ED and Director of Elections. We wish you the best of luck.
Asante.
And hope that the party will pull this grassroots election like it has done before, and we shall get the leaders that really represent the will of the people.
Asante sana.
Asante sana.
Thank you very much.
That was nice.